This is ASOTU Unscripted, and I'm your host, Errol Bomar.
What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to ASOTU Unscripted. I'm your host, Errol Bomar, and I have the pleasure of being joined by our next guest. She told me she was nervous, and we're going to throw all those nerves out of the window, right? We're going to have a fantastic conversation, and we're going to have a little bit of fun. So, because she's a little bit nervous, I want you to send and share that energy. So, clap your hands, stomp your feet, whatever you need to do to make noise and make her feel more comfortable, even virtually, because you have the power to do that. I want you to help me do that. So I'd like to welcome up Alyssa Majer. Right? Alyssa. We just went over
I was
this.
Say, you just asked.
I know, we just asked.
You're fine. You're talking to a lot of people.
You have nothing to be nervous about. I'm the one brain farting, all right? So welcome.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
You're fine.
All right, so tell me, is this your first ASOTU Con?
This is my first ASOTU Con.
Oh, I love it. So this is going to be the first of many, right?
Yes, of course.
That's fantastic.
It's been great so far.
So let me ask you, with this being your first, what was it about this event that made you make it priority?
Yeah, so we've been to Digital Dealer quite a few times, and over the years it's kind of, gotten a little smaller and gotten a little more narrowly focused.
Okay.
And I kind of like, I'm young and excited about the industry, and I like to see all of the exciting things that are coming up and talk to all the people that are really like making a difference in this industry. And one of my probably my favorite session was the heart talk yesterday about how, our business is people, and I know that's the ASOTU Con. Love people more than you love cars, and I really like to try to instill that back at our dealership and really just kind of make a place where people feel like they make a difference and that it's more about the people than it is about the profit, if that makes sense.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that. And I love your energy. I can definitely see it. I don't know why you would be nervous. This is like, I love the energy that you're bringing.
Great.
So let me ask you, what is your hero origin story, right? Every one of us has an origin story of how we got into this automotive space and world. Tell me about yours.
Sure.
How'd you end up here?
I know a lot of people start like in the store and kind of move up after that. So sometimes I feel like, I wish I would have gotten that in-store experience, but that's not how it worked out for me. So I worked at an advertising agency right out of college for like a year or two. Wasn't really something I liked and was looking for a new role. And I saw a job posting for a social media manager at the Russ Darrow Automotive Group in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I thought, wow, this could be a really cool opportunity. I don't know a lot about cars. I know a lot of times people are really passionate about it, but I saw it more as an opportunity to learn more about something I didn't know much about. So I applied for it. My boss said I was the only interview she did because she just loved me so much.
That's great.
I know I'm talking myself up a little bit, but I think she kind of sensed that energy and excitement that I had for the role. And I decided to take the role because it was kind of an open framework. She basically said, do whatever you want and make it your own. And that is kind of what I did. So
I love that.
We have 15 stores across the state of Wisconsin. So I came in. It was all over the place, like 3 or 4 Facebook pages. People had their own Facebook pages. They didn't work there anymore. Some people, it's just all over the place. And I was like, I need to get this in check. So I did, we love Meta. We talked to them, try to get all of those pages taken down and get everything streamlined. After that, now it's my job to go out and make the content, right? 15 dealerships across the state of Wisconsin. I was like, I'm only one person. I can't do this. So I tried to go and make like a couple months worth of content whenever I could, but I really had to rely on the people that were there because at the end of the day, I don't know how to sell the car. You need to tell me how to sell the car, right? I'm just looking at it from a 10,000 foot view, right? So I kind of needed to rely on the stores. So after doing that for like 6 months, I was like, I don't think I can do this myself, basically. So I kind of talked to my boss and I said, why don't we empower people at the store level to create that content and basically represent their entire dealership, like be the face of their dealership. So not only is it beneficial for us as a marketing department to have really strong, organic, relevant content, it's good for them too, because they're not only selling the product, they're selling themselves, right? Like people come to work with, you have the car, that's like the main reason they come, but they come back for the person and the relationships, 100%. Right? So I think it's really important that they kind of are the face of the dealership. They sell themselves. And I hear this all the time. I have some coordinators that I started this 6 years ago, and it's still going strong. They've been doing it the entire 6 years.
Wow.
And people come in and say, I saw you on TikTok. I saw you on Facebook. I want to work with you. So it brings incremental business, I think. Obviously, it's not always the easiest thing to measure. But the organic, having a strong organic presence kind of boosts everything up, in my opinion. So numbers wise, after I started doing that, we increased our impressions by 910%.
Wow.
910, yes.
Wow.
Yes, within like 2 months of doing that. And it's just by like putting out more content, obviously more eyeballs.
Yes.
But it was clearly something people were interested in and engaging with. So we basically how we do it is at the beginning of every month, we send out guidelines, just general, like, here are 2 posts of content we think are relevant. Sometimes it's dependent on like seasonality, if it's a holiday or something like that. Graduation right now, we're like having people send us pictures of good graduation gifts for for people that are graduating and need a nice car to go to college. And then other times we kind of just give them the flexibility to say if something's going on in your dealership, like we want real time, what makes sense for you. And then we also make sure to tell them, like, you're in the dealership, like you're seeing the people that are coming in every day and you know what will resonate with them. We're kind of, like I mentioned, like a 10,000 down view. So we want to make sure that they have a say over like our organic presence and what we talk about, if that makes sense. So if they hit all of those deadlines, then they get a spiff at the end of the month. So I would love if people would just do it for the fun of it, but we found that incentivizing people really like just gets it going, and then the content is great. We give them like real-time feedback, and then we get all the content and we post it so that we can do all the things we feel are important, like having relevant SEO in like our body copy and things like that, and UTM tagging and things like that, so we can track everything. So they make the content, we take it and we post it, and we have a great organic presence. And I compare us to all of our competitors, and nobody's even like doing anything like that. So it's really fulfilling to be able to see that. And people will say to me on the I see my friends and they're like, oh, I saw your Honda video the other day. It was great. And I was like, I didn't do it, but So
like I just had a hand in it. Well, you know what I love that I heard that you say, and I think that's really impactful, is that not only are you empowering, right? So you basically say like, hey, let's empower them at the store level, which I think is phenomenal. Yeah. But then you also organized, right? Because it's not like you said, it's not like, oh, we're just going to give you an empowerment and go for it. No, we're going to give you kind of parameters, if you will, kind of a sandbox to play in, but then also the incentivized after that, right? Yes. Because you are correct. Like some people will do it, for just to do it, right? Because they enjoy social media. But then also when they have a target and they have a goal and then they start to see the results of the efforts that they're putting in, it makes it that much more rewarding as well, Yeah. So having that, like, hey, we're going to empower you. We're going to, basically give you the opportunity, but then also we're going to organize you. And then because we're organizing you, we're going to incentivize you. I think that's phenomenal. Yeah. So so looking forward, I know you said this has been ongoing for 6 years, right? What do you see looking to the future? Like, what are you excited about as we move forward to like the next 6 years?
Yes, so something we actually just implemented, which I'm really excited about. So we utilize a tool called Sprout Social. Okay. So we have 149 social profiles with all of our Facebook pages, our Instagram, our Google My Business, our Google Business Profile, whatever you want to call it. It was pretty much impossible to go out and put that on every single one of those platforms. So this basically just brings all your profiles in, and you can say like, I want to post to all of the Honda profiles at once, same, and there's different ways to like optimize it for the different platforms. So they came out with a new program called Employee Advocacy, which is kind of just what it sounds like. So it's basically empowering, using that word again, all of our users, all of our workers they basically hook up their own personal social media profiles to it. We push content to them that's approved by upper management, by the marketing department, and then they're able to share that out into all of their personal profiles.
That's great.
Imagine, we have over 1,200 employees at our company. All of that content that we post, and of course we have a ton of followers, so it's great to get that out to them, but it just keeps expanding, right? So like, imagine all of that times 1,200 as more and more people post things like that. So we're really working on, we just kind of started that on kind of like building that out and just having like a foundation of things that are relevant. Like we just put some general stuff in there, like 3 tips for stronger credit or something like that.
Yeah.
And then we had approved, copy where they could push it out. And then all of the people that they're talking to have access to that. Maybe if they didn't like the Russ Darrow Group on something. So that's really something that we're focusing in on is providing the tools for people who may not be the social media coordinator. Obviously, we only have one at each store.
Yeah.
So we want to try to empower everybody and have accessibility to social media. And it's great. Like, it's been 6 years, like I mentioned, but even like seeing it from where it started to where it's progressed.
Yes.
I remember before, like, we were trying to get service guys to do a video, and they all looked at me like, this girl's here again?
Like, no.
Come on.
Right.
But now people are like, wow, people are actually seeing this, and like, people talk to me about it. I hear about it.
Yeah.
So just how much it's even grown in the past 6 years. I can't imagine what the next 6 years will be like.
You're going to have a whole service team dance off some random thing that you didn't even expect.
Idea. Yeah,
that's going to be, you see it? I want to see it. Like, you can do it. So that's great.
Yeah.
Well, tell folks out there, like, if they want to pick your brain or have questions or just want to connect with you, where they can find you.
Yes, so I'm Alyssa Majer from the Russ Darrow Group in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You can text me at 219-484-8282, or my email address is Alyssa, ALYSSA.Majer, M-A-Z as in zebra, U-R, at russdarrow.com, or you can find me on LinkedIn too.
Boom. I love that. Nervous where? I didn't see it. I didn't feel it. I know you didn't either. So, Alyssa, thank you so much.
So nice meeting you.
Great job. And again, I don't know why you said you were nervous. I think she set me up, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry.
This is Unscripted. She unscripted me at the beginning of Unscripted. No, I'm teasing. Thanks again for joining us. I can't wait to see you on the next one. Until then, take care of yourself and someone else.
Thank you for listening to Unscripted. At ASOTU, we're obsessed with uniting people around one big idea, that thriving people are the only path to a thriving and profitable industry. If that resonates with you, then head over to morethancars.com, join our email list, and explore our full list of podcasts.